Every night, the wolves of the northern ridge lifted their voices to the sky. They did not howl for hunger. They did not howl for territory. They howled to answer the stars. For as long as memory lived in bone and blood, the stars had answered back, flickering brighter, shimmering like distant voices across the cold heavens. But one winter night, the stars went silent. Snow blanketed the valley in silver stillness. Frost clung to pine branches. The moon hung pale and watchful above the frozen world. The wolves gathered on the ridge. The alpha, a scarred gray wolf named Arka, lifted his head and howled. The sound rolled across the valley like wind over hollow stone. No stars flickered. No answering shimmer came. Only silence. The pack shifted uneasily. Something ancient had been broken. Night after night, the silence continued. The stars burned faint and distant, as if they no longer saw the earth. The younger wolves stopped howling. The elders watched the sky with troubled eyes. Only Arka remained on the ridge each night, calling into the emptiness. Until one evening, a small white wolf named Shiva climbed the ridge beside him. She was the smallest in the pack, born late in the thaw, quiet, easily overlooked. "Why do you call?" she asked, her breath rising in soft mist, "when nothing answers?" Arka did not lower his gaze from the sky, because they once did. The next night, Shiva returned. When Arka howled, she joined him. Her voice was thin, unsteady, nearly lost in the wind. Still, the stars did not answer. But she returned again, and again. Winter deepened. Hunger stalked the valley. The pack grew restless and weak. Many believed the silence meant the sky had abandoned them. Some stopped looking up altogether. Yet each night, two voices rose from the ridge, one deep with age, one fragile with belief. Then came the longest night of winter. Clouds smothered the sky. Darkness pressed close to the earth. The pack slept without hope. But on the ridge, Arka howled once more. His voice trembled for the first time. He was old and tired. When his call faded, Shiva lifted her head. She howled alone. Her voice was small, but it did not waver. It rose straight into the heavy sky, into the darkness, into the silence. And she did not stop. She howled until her breath shook, until her legs trembled, until the sound became more spirit than voice. Then, the clouds shifted. A single star pierced the darkness. It flickered, then another, and another. Light spread slowly across the sky like embers rekindling after long cold. The valley glowed beneath a returning brilliance. The pack stirred below. Heads lifted, eyes widened. The stars shimmered, brighter than they had in many winters. Not distant, not silent. Listening, answering. Arka lowered himself into the snow beside Shiva. "You see," he murmured. But Shiva did not answer. She was staring upward, eyes filled with reflected starlight. Not in surprise, in recognition. From that night forward, the wolves howled again. The stars never fell silent. And when the pack lifted their voices, they no longer howled out of tradition, but in remembrance of the smallest voice that refused to stop calling into the dark. Because sometimes, the sky does not answer the loudest cry, but the one that refuses to lose its hope. Thank you for watching. Please follow Laosana Vault on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube for more interesting stories.